Hi, loving friends. This is Chris Parr from Miraculite Healing. It's a joy to connect to all you revolutionaries today. Let's take back your power and transform it from martyr to magician. You see, inside of every one of you dedicated to your martyr is a magician. Inside of every one of you wrapped up in your self-pity and doubt is the capacity to be totally self-determined. You see, inside every one of you, manipulators, and those that manipulate for sheer pleasure of it, there is an incredibly inventive person. So as you take back your power and take back the treasures, just gather them from the past and retrieve your power, take your power that you are losing back, ask for it, demand it, wrestle for it, fight for your life, whatever you have to do to take back your power and transform it from martyr to magician. What is a martyr? The martyr is usually the silent sufferer. A person playing victim wants an audience to whom to speak to, but the martyr wants an audience to whom to perform. So when you sit down with the victim and say, "How are you?" they will tell you all the horror stories, all the terrible things are going wrong, and everything is backwards in their life. However, when you sit down with the martyr and say, "How are you?" they will probably tell you they're fine. But they hope physically you will somehow see all the problems they see. If you, by chance, you don't see the problems, then you're just another rock in their shoe of why their life is so miserable, why they're feeling so unappreciated. So, are you consciously creating this reality, or are you unconsciously creating this reality, or both? You see, unconscious dreamers and creators create from fear or lack of love or martyr and victim. Those that are victimized create a reality to be victimized over and over again. That they actually create a reality of being victimized by their imagination. Their will and their expression of end to love, you can see this all around you playing out. This is what happened to me. I played martyr and victim, right? Poor me, life sucks, no one cares about me. You know, take for ex relationships. Love hurts, love is painful. I'm undervalued, no one loves me, no one wants me, I'm ugly, I'll die alone. And then we'll say, well, just look at my life, I'm hurting, look at all the pain, I'm alone, all by myself again. Just look at me, I'm a proof of a failure. I'm proof that love does not love me. Everyone changes their reality to comply with their will. If I play victim, then my reality will reflect this. If I come from the depths of my will, which is love, then I reflect this into my reality. You see, healers, Lemurian dreamers, and consciously and unconsciously create from love, right? Of our being, a reality that reflects our will. You are either creating this reality unconsciously, or consciously, or both. You see, I too used to play this martyr victim card very well, to the point I wanted to commit suicide, for everything sucked in my life. There was no point in being here anymore. So, divine ones, you can weed your dreams, weed your desires, weed your fantasies. You need to weed the dreams. Some dreams should have died a long time ago. They were never meant to manifest. They were simply bridges to get you from one place to another. Certain dreams also need to be resurrected. You had them, and those that had authority in your past crushed those dreams. For whatever reason, and they did not die, they need to be resurrected, okay? The dream that shows up writing and creating poetry, your hobbies, etc., that you would told would not make a living, forget it, put away, all that stuff. I can't stand that noise you keep playing, and they walk through the room and gobbled up your dream, and it needs to be resurrected again. Certain fantasies need to be resolved. When crafting your life, you need to resolve every fantasy, but not act on it. Not play it out, but instead resolve it. Every desire needs to be acted on, not necessarily in the physical, but every desire. Quote, "The one that desires, but acts not, breeds pestilence." William Blake. End quote. You need to act on every desire. It doesn't mean you need to play it out in the physical world. Sometimes it means you play it out emotionally. Sometimes you play it out mentally. Sometimes you play it out by putting it to rest. Sometimes you play it out by making it a goal. Sometimes you play it out, but you need to act on it, not act on every desire. You see, you need to weed your dreams, weed your fantasies, you need to weed your desires. And once you do this, and once you thought the thoughts and felt the feelings, and once you retrieved and learned the lessons that are there to be learned, or you brought them out so that they can be learned, once you have gathered the clues, the treasures, the gifts, once you've retrieved the power, you weed your dreams. So thank your past. So you're hoping to find freedom again? When doing what you know to do, or doing what you have to do now, it's time to break out of self-constraints and do more. Okay? So you see, it is vitally important in this monumental decade, in this stellar year, to refine yourself. It's more important than it has ever been. And yes, it is always important to unencumber yourself and redefine yourself. However, since we are rising into this golden age, where this energy is ripe for healing, it is really important to work and refine yourself to break the chains, to martyr, and once and for all, the change you're avoiding is fast approaching and is essential not only to you but to the world at large to end your martyr or martyr reactions and actions to the scars of the past. Okay, so divine ones, practice is over. The past that has had a tight grip on you is over. The history is finished. See, there are unique problems that when martyr and self-pity remain in place can become more critical. Okay, so it's difficult to be in this new energy and still play games with your martyr in control, the victim, the manipulation, the self-defeating behavior, and etc. Okay, this is the time and energy when everything counts. It is not practice anymore. Everything matters. It is not a Saturday afternoon and just out for the fun of it. Practice is over and everything counts now in your reality. So usually you can play with your self-pity and play hopscotch together, right? Or you can play patty cake, baker's man with your martyr or victim or for a while. Or play on the swings with your self-sabotage or your self-criticism. You can flex your control to see if you still have your touch, or say I was just kidding and I did not mean it that way. But you as a martyr, victim, self-defeating behavior is not playing. There are destructive parts of you, and if you play with them eventually, they will hook you up again. Sure, you could play with these lower energies in the past, but now you can't. Not in these new energies. We can't do this anymore, okay? You see, martyr, the victim, self-sabotage, control, self-pity. Maybe you can play with these lower energies and say, I'll see you later. But martyr and victim are playing to always see you, and martyr and victims are always playing for keeps. There'll be those people in your reality who would love to play one more game of hopscotch and patty cake, or jumping jacks, or swing on the swing, etc. with their martyr, their victim, control, poor me, self-pity, addictions, etc. So, you see, martyr, victim, and self-pity will tell you just one more game together. Come on, come and play with me together. Come on, just one more game of self-control. Come on, one more ego control game. One more time at my throw the ball with my manipulation. One more time with my swing at the bat with poor me. One more hopscotch with martyr. One more lap with the victim. One more score with the damsel in distress. And just one more life. Oh God, it's just too tough with me. However, if you keep playing with the martyr, victim, self-pity, it could be your last game before it becomes an everyday reality. And again, for you, enough is enough. Okay, the energy is right. The transformation is now for transformation. The time is now for change into a new you. You see, practice is over. It's not a game anymore. You can only play with these lower energies. You have to play with them long enough. Some of you, for many years or lifetimes. But now we are given an opportunity to end playing with martyr, victim, self-defeating, self-pity behavior, and instead rise into our own empowered state with trust, faith, humility, vulnerability, hopes, dreams, visions, excitement. You know, it's yes to life. Yes to your life. The higher conscious is interested in helping you to develop self-love, self-forgiveness, and self-esteem. You can always ask for help. Ask your higher self, I don't know. What am I doing here? Okay? So, I can lean upon the love, not by beating myself up more. Terrible me, I need more love, I need more healing. Will someone or something just help me already? You know, to be on your hands and knees, crawling towards your higher consciousness, to take pity on you produces nothing. You get a cold shoulder, no communication at all, okay? The higher consciousness is not interested in you playing martyr, victim, sympathy. Your higher consciousness, your higher conscious respects you too much, and where your higher conscious knows you don't have to feel self-pity, where your higher conscious becomes a rescuer to your victim, it would ultimately, in turn, get slaughtered. Your higher conscious respects you too much. Your higher conscious respects itself too much to play that game. I ask my higher self, soul and unseen friends, and healing team, and God Goddess of all it is to just transcend me. I'll just lay here in the defining moments and in the essence of love and let you transcend what needs to be done. I don't even need an explanation. I'll be in trust, joy, and my own love. You see, this is a very difficult technique. Why? Because you have to be totally honest with integrity. You can't be playing games there, okay? This isn't about shortcuts. Just transcend me already. They won't, not unless it is deeply genuine. It takes a greater spiritual muscle to ask in that way. You can lean on and allow more healing. It's not a more difficult technique in that way. It just takes greater and stronger integrity or character to ask and to be willing to receive healing. Ask for more love and for more healing. Not so that you may just handle it, but instead you may deal with it more effectively. Approach your higher conscious eye to eye. Reaching, stretching, moving, encountering your higher consciousness, your inner self with self-respect and self-esteem to stretch, to interact as equals on the higher conscious level. And then the higher conscious will reach into you and lift you. The higher conscious is looking for a friend, not a follower. Your higher conscious is looking for a friend, not a self-pity disciple. For your sake, for the sake of your higher conscious, for the sake of your growth, even though you would like to call self-pity by some flowery name, the more you can touch it, understand it, recognize it, and acknowledge it, forgive yourself, love yourself, and change it, the more you can release self-pity. The quicker, the more smoother and easily you're going to acquire the growth that you are looking for, divine ones. So you can end the real or the potential martyr addiction to your past. There is no past. There you are, at a pinnacle of a life transformed. Anew and rising into your salvation. You are ready to be who you came here to be, divine ones. It is safe to be who I am. It is safe to use my powers. It is safe to be me. It is safe to see truth. It is safe now to bring my dignity, my bounty to the table. There you are at a pinnacle of a life transformed. Where to go and what to do from here? Now, in the expanded moment of now, we bring our bounty to the table. We bring our dignity, our deep caring, love, grace, gentleness, hope, dreams, etc. to the table with all other like-minded beings. Yeah! Who are also rising into their own bounty of love's embrace. So here you are, ready to be who you came here to be. A life transformed anew, rising into your salvation. Very exciting indeed. Just like how Creator, your soul, higher self, and unseen friends were and are with you. Now is the time to mingle, blend, infuse, etc. with other like-minded beings, ready to share the bounty with the world. So here you are, ready to assist in a world transformed. We know you have been doing lots of healing and self-discovery, and maybe you do not see much change, but take, for instance, when you are a child, and as you're growing, you grow every day, every week, and over a year you have grown a few inches, but you don't notice it until your grandparents or friends come over and say, hey, look, you've grown, look how much you've grown. You were this big when I saw you, and now look, you're this big now. Also, if you change 1 degree, and you keep going straight, you're not going to be going completely straight over 100 miles. You're going to be slightly off the straight line mark by degrees. This is how healing is. You do healing, but at first you may not see much change, but if you see one of your old friends, they will recognize the great change in you, or you will see a great change in them. Maybe you don't see much change in yourself at all, but take, for instance, how you now look at people and situations in the world at large. You have a different perspective now than you did before. Now you perceive things differently. Very exciting indeed, divine ones. This is the time to bring your bounty to the table. To be who you came here to be. To be and to do what you divine beings like you do. You dream, you create, you heal, you love, you bring your bounty. When we create together, we do not take from another bounty. We merge with, we combine, and we complement each other's bounty. Bring your defined moments of love and joy to the table and watch how other like-minded magnets attract to the essence of your flower like bees to nectar. Bzzz. Affirmation. It is safe for me to be me, yes. It is safe to see, yes. It is safe to express my highest truth, yes. It is safe to be seen, yes. I am valued and needed here, yes. Soviet! You see, you're a magician. And you can consciously understand that you create your own reality. Although some are not magicians, they too work magic with their will and their future creates the present, okay? Everyone works magic, but not everyone is a magician who constantly heals and changes their will, their imagination, and their love. Then change reality to comply, constantly working magic. A magician is someone who already loves themselves. The one who sees love as a way of giving, receiving truth and beauty, has it all together, lives in the presence of love, allows and embraces the freedom of love. Not just one who takes or needs more love, but a type of person who sees the power in giving and receiving love freely. One who knows their own love, knows their value, knows their worth and truth. One who does not need to keep testing love to see if love will love them back. This person is strong in their love, strong in their devotion, in connection to love's embrace. How do you give and receive the beauty, power, and strength of love? Comments below. A magician is a champion of love, a warrior of love, a wisdom and queen and king of love, one who stands strong in their conviction and knowledge of love. In all areas of their life, from ups to downs, love is their strong foundation. A magician is one who knows love, merges love, and knows they are now protected in love. The one who sees love as a whole and uses love to nurture their small starts in life, a person that fully understands love and how to use love to grow and expand, not only for themselves, but for others as well, into love's embrace. Magicians, you, constantly dreams of you and others, creating from the power, beauty, wholeness, energy, majestic power, etc. of love's embrace. Magicians use and infuse love to create their future in life. Magicians are constantly working in the future, live in the future to work it so they can live in the present. We throw the backdrop of the past forward into our future, which then creates our present. If we then work on the future, we clear the present, clearing all guilt, self-pity, shame, unhealthy anger, and all fears that are thrown into the future. Whew. A magician knows who they are, who they're becoming, and know who they have been. You're a magician, and you consciously understand that you create your own reality. There's no fine print here, okay? Although there are those that are not magicians, they too work magic with their will, okay? They work magic with their will, and the future creates a present for you who can be conscious. You can accelerate that process, and as you allow these days to be real, they're remembering that part of your future that you have lost, the possibility that isn't there right now, will show up as you mine within. If you would like any assistance transforming martyr, victim, struggler, blamer mindset into magician mindset, then please contact me at www.miraculite.com or www.miraculitehealing.com. Divine ones, it's time to dream. It's time to get out there on the highway of your life, no matter your age. Life begins and flourishes anytime you want to. Just see life as an ongoing adventure, and life becomes more. It's time to keep moving and keep going. The adventure which is life does not need to wane, particularly as you remember the adventure as grand as it was. You can make it grander. You're remembering how to make your life grander. Okay? And again, and it can be that domain of your passion, creativity, imagination, beauty, and love of your chaos, a dominion of divinity, of ecstasy. Be the master magician, the artisan that you truly are. Be the master magician, an artisan that you are. Value it, accept it, and with grace, be it. We love you. And we close with love. So be it to you, divine ones. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for listening to me today. This is Chris Parr from Miraculite.